high school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite.
It's the OD in the AM with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
6.4 seconds left. UConn trots it into the forecourt. Cole's going to let it fly. It is no good. That is going to end the ball game. That is going to end another 12-over-5 upset for the first time since 1993 when they beat Nebraska in Syracuse. New Mexico State has won in the NCAA tournament.
Wobble, wobble, wobble. And I know many of you are still wobbling in your shoes. How about that? Couple decades in the making, and I know how good it feels. I've heard from so many Aggie fans watching Teddy Buckets blow it up for 37 on national TV, open up a big lead, hold on down the stretch, and make key plays. Make free throws, J.J. Buck. San Diego State, Kentucky, Vermont. It's the opening drive on a wobbly Friday. What is good? Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. The state of New Mexico has a winner in the NCAA tournament. The Aggies beat Connecticut 70-63 behind 37 from Teddy Buckets. Moving on. I don't know the play. I don't know how late the players were at. I know they got breakfast here in about a half hour. I'm going to guess everyone around them was out last night wobbling in their shoes. I'm going to guess a lot of you, Aggie fans, were wobbling in your shoes. Wobble away. It's been a minute.
Legendary.
No doubt.
Teddy Allen.
No doubt.
That performance he put on last night, sending New Mexico State over UConn. He was unstoppable at times. He was clutch down the stretch. As you said, free throws.
They're free, JJ.
Please
They're
hit that
freaking
game.
free.
Please.
Can't tell you how angry I am about some of that, by the way. Watching San Diego State blow a 9-point lead with 2:20 to go because what? Free throws. Kentucky loses to, I said Kentucky loses to St. Peter's. Why? They went 1 for 6 in overtime in free throws. Did you watch Vermont? They could have beat Arkansas. Free throws. But it's not about them. It's about your boy Teddy Buckets. Here's what we're doing for you today. An Aggie fan, light it up. Like go. It's yours. It's, I mean, and I don't set a lot of rules for you. I don't. I just don't. But, JJ, here's for today. Aggies can come in and pop off. Now, they always can come in and pop off. And Lobo fan, you kind of, and this includes you, Jess, and I know you said you couldn't, but you kind of got to eat it a little bit today if you're not going to celebrate with them. I know a lot of you Lobo fans, and I saw you on the social media, were happy for New Mexico State, and some of you were like, yeah, whatever. Give them their day. Give them their day. They performed on the national stage. They got to the national stage. You can give them a hard time about Chicago State or all you want. Mountain West went 0-4 yesterday. The WAC went 1-0. The West Coast Conference went 2-1. The Pac-12 is 1-0. Mountain West, and we got to get into this because it's real. There's no running from it. I don't know that it means they had a bad year. I don't know. I really don't believe it means they're a bad conference. And now I will tell you, San Diego State had a horrible loss, a horrific loss. But this is about New Mexico State. It's their day, and they get it. They deserve it. And by the way, not that my computer will give me anything here, but I thought that was, as much as it was Teddy Buckets, as much as this was all watching Teddy go for 37, I thought defensively they played well. I thought gut-wise they fought off a UConn attack. I thought for the most part they took care of the basketball. It was 11 turnovers. They rebounded when they needed to. They out-rebounded them 26-25. And while Teddy was the only one who scored in double figures, I thought Jabari Rice played well. I thought that Clayton Henry hit some big buckets. And, yeah, it was the Teddy Ballgame show, and or Teddy Buckets or Teddy Legend. But I thought that was a pretty good win for that entire team.
They were fantastic defensively. UConn really couldn't do much of anything. And what the Aggies do well, and that's be physical, that's defend, they brought that to the table. And you saw that midway through the first half, and when they built that double-digit lead, this felt different because this UConn team doesn't have explosiveness. They didn't have a guy that was able to step up. You're sitting there at halftime, and what Christian said going into halftime, the television crew, he's like, if we can withstand that punch, because they're coming right at us and they're going to hit us in the mouth, if we can withstand that, we have a chance, and they did that in the second half.
Did you see him in the post-game, in the locker room? Did you see that locker room video the team's released?
Yeah.
He said, they hit us pretty hard, huh? They hit us in the mouth, huh? They hit us pretty hard, didn't they? And you responded, he's like, I'm proud of you. And he says, now we got a chance to go. He says, enjoy it for a few hours. We're going back to work. We got a chance to qualify for this. And then he started the Sweet 16. And it was a great locker room scene. Jans' first win in the NCAA as a head coach. As a head coach at the NCAA tournament. An Aggie fan, look, is this a double-edged sword? Whether you go to the Sweet 16 or Elite 8 or this is it, Chris's name's going to be up for some jobs. So enjoy the ride and enjoy what it is and love on that guy because he's, A, I think a pretty good dude, and B, he's a hell of a coach, and he's got your program in a position where people are talking about you in the good way this morning, not like they're talking about Kentucky. Did you just watch some of that jubilation on the side? I don't know how much of the social media video you saw. Guys like Mario Mocha, James Hall, like James has been there forever. And we're going to go to Buffalo in the 8 o'clock hour. I'm working on getting you Teddy Buckets or Jabari Rice. If nothing else, James Hall is going to be with us, certainly. Longtime associate athletic director down there who's gone through a lot of losses and will have a great perspective on this one. But a lot of people have been there a long time. And Aggie fan, I know you've been suffering. I'm not looking to blow this thing up like it's a national championship yet. I'm kidding, kind of. But it's a big deal. This is a big deal for that athletic program, don't you think?
Yeah, because they've been sitting there 12, 13 seed, close, but yet so far since 1993 to get to the second round. It was an epic day for New Mexico State, full of unbelievable games in the NCAA tournament. And, man, I'm just still trying to wrap my head around everything we saw yesterday.
Now, 2 12s were winners yesterday. Richmond and New Mexico State, a 15. St. Peter's beat many of yours and my Final Four candidate, Kentucky. The best game of the night might have been the last one. The best game of the night to watch. I don't know if you all stayed up and watched the end of Murray State, San Francisco. And you and I were saying that's one of the games I really want to see. It's one of my favorite games. I want to watch Murray State, San Francisco. That might have been the best game of the night just to watch. Epic collapse with San Diego State. And we'll get into the Mountain West. Boise State got beat by Memphis 64-53. Colorado State was up big on Michigan. And, boy, that was the tale of two halves. And San Diego State led all night, JJ. I never once thought they were going to lose that game until I got nervous at about 2 minutes. They were up by 9 with 2:20 to go, and they start missing free throws and turn the ball over. Where was Chad Baker-Mazara down the stretch? He was so good in the first half. And I know Dutcher, the coach of San Diego State, got a little upset with some defensive stuff. But give me a guy who can make a free throw, and I'm protecting a 9-point lead. Can I have a guy in there that I want to have the ball and make a free throw? As good as Matt Bradley has been, I mean, it's not a closer all the time, right? He missed the 2 free throws in the loss was it Boise or Wyoming? No, it wasn't Wyoming. Colorado State. We could have put those away, missed a big free throw at the end of regulation, and then turned the ball over at the end of the game. The Aztecs had 3 shots at the rim with about 5 seconds to go. And I told you they missed at the rim more than anybody in America. I was sick over that one. That one, I mean, and all you Mountain West fans, as much as a Lobo fan had that feel. I mean, you almost had to root for the Aztecs, didn't you? Last night, everybody else was out just for the face of your conference.
That hurt a lot.
Yeah, that was a brutal one. All right, we got so much to do in so little time. We're out of here at 9 o'clock today. Bobcat's in for A-Marie again today. 505-246-0610 is how to get to us. 505-246-0610. Your emails come in this morning, as they do every morning. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. On the Twitter, it's _JJ Buck. On the Facebook, the OD in the AM. When we come back, we are going to shift gears. It's football season, JJ. It's football season. Gladiators open up tomorrow, back where it all ended last year. We're going to talk to their quarterback, Nate Davis, get you ready for indoor football season next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal. Let me tell you about Kirtland Federal Credit Union. For all your financial needs, for everything you do financially, who do you bank with? May I suggest Kirtland Federal Credit Union? They are terrific, and they can take care of whatever it is you're looking to do. Looking to buy a new car? Kirtland Federal Credit Union will get you competitive rates and unbelievable service. They'll help you drive away in the vehicle that you want with payments you can live with. Choose from a wide variety of mortgages if you're looking for a new home. Programs and partner with a team that is friendly and knowledgeable. Talk to their mortgage experts. If you're looking to improve your home, you can turn the value of your home into cash, and you can use it for improvements, upgrades, and more. If you're looking to retire, or at least plan to retire, we all want to retire one day. Well, investing for retirement starts with Kirtland Financial Services. Talk to an advisor today. Start walking the path to a confident future. Stop in at a branch or visit them online, kirtlandfcu.org. That's kirtlandfcu.org, and achieve your goals. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender. See a representative for complete details.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof replaced. We're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're #1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
I thought yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, not St. Peter's Day. St. Peter's beat Kentucky. How you feeling? If you're like as bad as the Aztec loss was, and I'm going to tell you, one of the worst losses for San Diego State basketball-wise in a long, long time. Up by 9 with the weight of the conference on their shoulders, JJ, and to lose that thing the way they did, which was it's just I mean, at least it's not Kentucky. Kentucky was a 2 seed. You don't even know where St. Peter's is. Which St. Peter? There's one in every state, isn't there?
Feels like it.
Yeah. Which St. Peter? I mean, this is the one out of the MAC. MAAC.
From New York?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Yes.
Aztecs choke, says Dan. Jeffrey, Juan Jose, Ana Maria, y Gato Roberto. SDSU put the game in the hands of where they wanted it, their defense, and they couldn't get a stop. How much of this is on Double Dutch bus? That was disgusting. It was disgusting. It was. So, I mean, you can put it on Dutcher. He hasn't won in the NCAA tournament as a head coach yet. You can put it on Matt Bradley for not making free throws. You can put it on Pulliam for the turnover. Where was Chad Baker-Mazzara, a guy who offensively in the first half was unbelievable? You can put on a lot of people. Maurice says Mountain West March Massacre. Jeff, remember this next time when you hear Lobo basketball coach Dickie P make the claim the conference is so tough. Does this mean the conference is bad? They went 0-4. Last year I heard how great the Big Ten was, and they all went out early. Everybody did.
This is one, Jeff, that you're not going to win.
No, look, I'm not going to tell you it's great. I can't.
It's a discussion that the conference could definitely be tough, a battle between them. That was a disaster. That was embarrassing.
No doubt.
What happened to the Mountain West yesterday. And, I tweeted out that picture the other night of ESPN, and I was doing it more jokingly.
Boy, Van Pelt put it out a little defense of himself.
People took it so seriously.
Yeah.
And I was getting hit by people, I have no idea who they were.
Yeah.
Like people that don't follow me, people all across the country, like, oh, yeah, so how about that Mountain West?
Yeah, how about that?
I was like, I didn't miss free throws. Like, what do you want me to say? It was a disaster. It was embarrassing for the conference. And they're not going to live that down.
No, you went 0-4. You got 4 in and you went 4 out. And San Diego State needed to win last night. And as much as it kills you, Lobo fan, Colorado State fan, UNLV fan, you had to root for San Diego State. And they soiled their shorts last night. San Diego State was up all night. San Diego State's better than Creighton. San Diego State looked different. San Diego State looked like an NCAA team for about 37 minutes, JJ. They looked so damn good defensively. No, they shouldn't have lost that game. They were better than Creighton. They were, but they did. But they did. Creighton beat them 72-69 in overtime. Michigan beat Colorado State 75-63. Michigan was the fourth-ranked team in the country preseason. I know that means nothing to you. They were an 11th seed. That was a tough matchup, but you got to beat somebody.
You're up 15.
You're up 15.
They don't have their starting point guard.
They don't have their starting point guard. I'm not making any.
So the problem with Wyoming and Colorado State is they're good teams with two really good players.
And then
it was Roddy and Stevens. It was Maldonado and Ike.
Thomas was really good in the first half for Colorado State yesterday. I mean, I thought he's the one who got him out to that 15.
Yeah, but that's Chad Baker, Mazzara, Thomas. Those dudes aren't doing it for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
That was the situation where, all right, you need Roddy and Stevens then to step in the second half. And where Stevens fouled out of the game. He couldn't even finish the game. And so when you have teams like that, it's easier for the opponents to take stuff away. Colorado State, it was there for them. Stevens wasn't great in the first half. You got the big-time performance from someone else. You're up 15. Now you got to go out there and finish the game, and your stars didn't show up.
And that's what New Mexico State did do. And I thought New Mexico State, not only did your stars show, and your star, I mean, Teddy Buckets you can argue was the best performance of the first day of the tournament. Teddy went 10 for 24, 37 points. Can I give you a number? Do you know he's the only Aggie who shot a free throw yesterday? He's the only one, and he made every one of them. 13 for 13 at the free throw line. They tell you down the stretch you need someone with ice water in their veins, somebody who's clutch, who's a closer. Teddy Buckets is a closer, and we're efforting him. The breakfast is, again, they're going to have breakfast here coming up at the bottom of the hour, which is 7:30 our time, 9:30 their time. They're in Buffalo. And hopefully Charlie Hurley, their sports information director, can put him on the phone for a little bit, and we can talk to Teddy or Jabari or somebody from New Mexico State. But, JJ, ask Kentucky about free throws. They went 1 for 6 down the stretch, and they lost to St. Peter's. Ask the Aztecs about free throws. San Diego State lost a game. They went 10 to 17. Matt Bradley was 4 of 7. He missed the clutch free throws down the stretch. Pulliam was 0 for 2. Ask him about that. Look, let me just tell you something on New Mexico State. They looked the better team. If you didn't know conferences, if you didn't know seedings, if you watched that game, if you were just dropped in from somewhere and didn't really know, and you watched that whole game, who would you think was a better team?
New Mexico State.
100%, right?
Yes.
Chris had that team ready to go. That team is constructed for this. I don't think Johnny McCants played terrific. I mean, Johnny turned the ball over a bit. He had, 5 points and 2 rebounds, only 1 turnover. I don't think he was great. I don't know that I thought he was horrible. But there were times like you got a ball, Will McNair, he looked like a man. Clayton Henry hit big shots. Jabari Rice hit big shots. They didn't turn the ball over. Mario McKinney hit the drive down the left side. He had 2 points, but it was a big 2 points. And you had the best player on the floor. You had the best player on the floor. So I watched them last night. This wasn't one of those, and I don't know if I thought St. Peter's looked like the best team all night. I don't know that I thought Richmond looked like the best team all night against Iowa, but I watched that whole game. I don't know how you can tell me you didn't think New Mexico State was the best team on the floor. Call it an upset. It was 12-5. Call it a huge victory for you, Aggie fan. I don't know if you're still wobbling in your shoes. I don't know if you're still kind of nursing it a little bit, and I hope you are, to be honest with you, because you earned it. But I want to hear from you today. I want to hear from Aggie fan at 505-246-0610. I think they were up all night in Buffalo.
Indeed. I'm sure some Buffalo establishments really enjoyed what the Aggies brought.
Yep. Oh, and you guys have dollars, not dineros? You speak good English being from Mexico. That's New Mexico, bro. Yeah, that's what I said. By the way, how many times is Spencer Hayward or whatever the guy's name that was calling the game, the commentator, going to call them first he called New Mexico. Did he call them Texas Tech / Texas A&M?
Texas A&M in there.
At least 3 times. At least, like, can we be better than that? And then the NCAA puts out a text a meme. Another upset. And it shows, it says, it has the Aggies logo on it. New Mexico State beats, whatever the score, 70-63. And there's Jalen House. What? Did you not see this?
I didn't see that one.
Oh, stop it. I'll show it to you. There's Jalen House in his Lobo jersey. It says Lobos across his chest. And the NCAA tweets out this thing, congratulations, or whatever, New Mexico State wins, and there's Jalen House. How can it be? Like, honestly, how can that even be? How do you, what? You don't mix up Texas and Texas State, or North Carolina and North Carolina State, or Michigan and Michigan State, do you? It was infuriating. You just got to be better than that. All right, I'm opening up the text line. Get in at 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Here. There you go. I'll show it to you. It's the opening drive, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is brought to you by Ski.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. Rudy's is a proud supporter of
Henry, right side, three is good. Biggest lead of the game, 14-point advantage for New Mexico State early in the second half. And UConn's going to call for a timeout.
All those cuts courtesy of Westwood One. You heard that, and you'll hear the NCAA tournament right here on the Sports Animal. Your home for March Madness. New Mexico State 70. Connecticut 63. Aggies wobble on. They will dance next with Arkansas. Eric Musselman's team was a winner last night, 75-71. They held off Vermont. So round of 32 in Buffalo on Saturday. Aggies and Razorbacks in a interesting second-round matchup. You were saying, JJ, earlier, are they out all night? Are they going to be even show up for the next game? I always joke, if the Lobos ever make the Sweet 16, that's it. They're not even going to go to the next round. There's just going to be a parade down Central here because that's always seems like a glass ceiling. Aggies broke through something, and as the text line reminds me, it says the games in 1993, their last victory when they beat Nebraska in the NCAA tournament, were vacated because of some of the academic stuff that was going on down there. So it's officially been since 1970 since the Aggies won an NCAA tournament game.
Like the Reggie Bush thing,
we didn't see it. Like I didn't see it. But it's been a minute.
Because I think there was a little confusion at times because when Teddy Allen was like, it's been 70-some-odd years, and they're like, since 1993, and you're just like.
He said since 1970. Yeah.
Yeah.
Officially or reality, right? Did Reggie Bush win the Heisman? Well, the record books tell you no, but we all saw what we saw. 505-246-0610. The text line says, say what you want about the Mountain West, but what was its record against New Mexico State this year? 2-1. Okay. It was. That's fine. Look,
sure didn't help him yesterday.
I'm bummed out about the Mountain West yesterday. The San Diego State game made me sick. And you can think your 2-1 record against New Mexico State makes you feel better. They're moving on to round of 32. Would you rather be 1-2 and dance in the second round? I'm just asking.
Mountain West is a joke right now.
Well, I don't know if it's a joke. It's a punchline right now. It's a punchline.
Punchline is the end of a joke.
Yeah, but I don't. The league's not a joke. Okay, the league is not a joke.
The league is good, but people aren't going to hear that.
But they're a punchline.
People around here aren't listening to that.
I understand.
People nationally aren't listening to that.
Yeah.
You got Scott Van Pelt reminding you that their BPI graphic
you put it out. That's
was
because of you.
Right. You got people all across the country looking at the Mountain West going 0-4, and it's only the third conference, and they're now with.
They're 1-11 since
1989 SEC went 0-5, 85 Pac-10 went 0-4, and now the Mountain West 0-4 this season. The only three conferences to go over.
Yeah. 0 for 4 or more
in a single tournament.
Yeah, and I don't know when they're going to get a chance to go 0 for 4 again. I don't know when this is going to happen. This was a banner year. And by the way, you had 3 white shirts yesterday. You had 3 of the higher seeds. You had a 6 and 2 8s.
And what happened to Boise State?
Boise State didn't play the first half. They got run off the floor.
38-19.
They got run off the floor in the first half. They looked overwhelmed.
That was a disaster.
They looked like the moment was too big for them. They're the only ones. Colorado State looked unbelievably good in the first half. They took it to Michigan, and I thought they looked really good, and Michigan came back and punched them back, and Colorado State didn't have enough left. I thought Colorado State put up a fight. I thought San Diego State was better than Creighton, beat them all night until they soiled themselves down the stretch. And look, Wyoming lost to an Indiana team who got run out of the gym yesterday by St. Mary's. I mean to tell you, the West Coast Conference is good.
Yeah,
San Francisco damn near beat Murray. That was the best game of the day. As good as all those games were, San Francisco St. Mary's was the best game of the day. Best watch of the whole day. All right, you lit them up. I got one line open. I better go. Hey, will you tell me who's on what line? Because until my assistant producer pops up, I'm. All right, let's go here. Edward, good morning to you.
Good morning. All the Ides of March, my friends. I've been relegated to watch college basketball. For me, it's a 4-week season, conference championship week, and then the NCAA tournament. I think yesterday was the first day I watched a full game. And first on San Diego State, that Dak Prescott lookalike, he looks exactly like him.
Matt Bradley.
What the heck happened at the end of the game?
He missed free throws, man. That's your first team all-conference guy, your go-to guy, your clutch player. He missed the 2 free throws at the end of the game. JJ was in Colorado State. And then he's got to make that free throw. I mean, you just have to. I get it. It's hard. Good
Jeff.
player, really good player. Transfer
Yeah,
from Cal.
and I just thought it was funny because he looks exactly like Dak Prescott, and my son was texting me, and he's like, "Dad, what's going on down there?"
All right.
The tournament yesterday, I attended both New Mexico State and UNM. I attended both schools, so I objectively look at both programs, and I have a clear understanding of what they are and what they're not, in my humble opinion. That win yesterday is the best win by either program in the past 50 years in the NCAA tournament versus a Cache program. And I know UNM had some wins 4 consecutive years, first-round wins.
It's interesting.
But that win yesterday by New Mexico State's the best win in 50 years in the NCAA tournament
By either team.
program.
That's interesting. I don't know that I can argue with you. You got a better win, JJ? You beaten Arizona when the Lobos beat Arizona, and they were like a top 5 team, but that was a regular season game. Does that matter? Does this count more? You've got a fair conversation.
Yeah. I just wanted to frame it for NCAA tournament specifically. But you're right. The Arizona win was big, and the Wyoming win was big back in the day.
Yeah, but you beating Utah was big when they were really good. I mean, there's been some good Lobo wins, but this one's in March.
Yeah, it was amazing. So, boy, the entertainment value was amazing yesterday, just game after game. I was rooting for Arkansas to lose.
Yeah.
So New Mexico State if New Mexico State advances to the Sweet 16,
they can play with
people are gonna
Arkansas.
lose.
Let me just tell you, they can play with Arkansas. They can play with Arkansas.
They're going to lose their minds, the fans here. And, I was thrilled with what happened. Briefly on the NFL, how about Devontae Adams going to the Raiders? I mean, that's a stunner. That NFC West is going to be a dog fight of the century. And I think it reconnects Carr and Devontae Adams from Fresno State. I think they went to.
Yeah, that's big.
And then they played in the New Mexico Bowl.
They did not. No, it was a different year. They did not.
Oh, anyway, I know you have other callers. I wanted to get in before the Legends, but I'm thoroughly excited to hear Jason's email today. It's going to be epic.
Thanks, Edward.
Yeah, have a great day, guys.
Thanks. See you. Jerome, been waiting for this call for. If I could do, what is with my thing here? Jerome, I think I've been waiting to hear this call. I think you've been probably waiting to make this call since we've been doing this radio show. Jerome, good morning to you.
You know what? This was a fantastic night. It was just awesome to watch the Aggies play basketball to their potential. I mean, it was slow at the beginning, but then Teddy Allen heated up. And you know what? All the other parts, and I like the announcer at the very end, the guy with the blue glasses. He goes, it wasn't just the Teddy Allen show. Clay and Henry stepped up. Jabari Rice stepped up. We were rebounding those guys on the offensive glass. It was just fun to watch. And, you know, I'm looking forward to us playing against Arkansas. I was watching the Arkansas, it was Vermont game, I guess, that the other team was Vermont. Yeah. But, I mean, I was pulling for Vermont because I'm always pulling for the underdogs. But, you know, I like our chances against Arkansas. If we play defense like we've been playing defense lately, you know, it's going to be fun. UNLV won the national championship. That was a super huge game, you know what I'm saying? So, not in the last 50 years. But anyway, what's your take on it, guys?
I think it's so good for the program. It's huge for Jans. It's long overdue. You've been knocking on the same door for however many years, and so I think it gets that monkey off your back. It legitimizes everything. I don't know. Did you need to legitimize it, JJ? Probably with a March win. I think I'm happy for Chris. I'm happy for those kids. I'm happy for Aggie fan. It's been a long time, man. I think. Jerome, I think they were the better team. I watched the game all night, and to me, there was no doubt who the better team was.
And you know what we did too? This isn't just good for New Mexico State. This is good for the whole state of New Mexico.
Well, sure, when you got Jalen House,
New Mexico, and you know, and watching everybody out there cheering for him. And I know there's some local fans that were cheering for the Aggies, but I know that there's plenty that aren't cheering for him. But that's cool. But, you know, we represented the state proudly, and, you know, we're going to do it again come Saturday, and I'm looking forward to Saturday's game and more Aggie hoopla and just more basketball, and it's going to be fun, guys.
Enjoy the weekend,
I'm
Jerome.
excited about it, so let's keep it rolling.
Call us Monday. We'll see you. See? I mean, that's what I think about it. And good for Jerome's ready to make that call for, I don't know, we've been doing this show 13 and a half years. I mean, at least that long, right?
Woo! Got to feel good this morning.
JT, good morning to you. How are you?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, JT.
Hey, you know what sparked my call, Jeff?
What?
As soon as you mentioned Spencer Haywood, I was like the same. I jumped up
Gordon
in
Hayward,
the, I jumped up
who was
in the
that
air.
guy?
When do we learn, like, the 50 states?
Brendan?
Is that third or fourth grade?
Name, then it doesn't matter. But, yeah.
And you know what's sad? He's not the first one to do it. Whenever the Aggies are a national, or the Lobo, it's like, you know, they call the Lobos the Aggies, it's like, what is wrong with these people? Do your homework.
Well, he called them Texas A&M. At least 3 times. First time he called them Texas Tech, then Texas A&M, then he had to be corrected, and then a couple times down the stretch, and then the NCAA puts out the tweet with Jalen House in his Lobo jersey celebrating, and says New Mexico State won. Like, what are we doing?
It infuriates me. So I am a Lobo fan that roots for the Aggies when they don't play us, obviously. So I was happy and ready to go for the next game. So, but I was pissed off about the Mountain West, Jeff.
You should
I was
be,
just
man.
like,
You
come
should
on,
be.
man.
Yeah, everybody is.
I mean, and like you said, San Diego State, man, they're better than Creighton, man.
I think so too. But they didn't win, so it doesn't matter.
You know.
Yeah.
So here we go, man. Round 2 of craziness. You guys have a good weekend, and we'll be talking.
All right, JT. Be well. Later. All right. 505-246-0610. 888-922-0610. Aggies are sleeping in this morning.
That's fine. I think everyone's okay with that.
All right. Gladiators open up. I think we're going to do a little Gladiators when we come back as opposed to when we were going to do the little Gladiators. Keep them coming. I'm going to get you some Aggie stuff. I'm going to get you something from Buffalo, whether it's Mario Mocho, whether it's somebody. I'm going to get somebody on here, give you a little taste of Aggie-dom after that big victory last night in Buffalo. All right, so keep those coming. It's spring. It's allergies. You're going to be out, right? Look, how you feeling? You ready to get moving? Guys, you feeling all right? If you're not ready for spring, if you're tired too often, maybe feeling sluggish, put on a few too many pounds, or even you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, give NuMale a call. NuMale helps men all over the country deal with these very natural things. Number's 505-652-1688, or you can go online at NuMale, NuMale.com. So why do so many men visit NuMale? Because it works. NuMale utilizes industry-leading testosterone replacement to help men deal with very natural symptoms. Fellas, beauty is as you age. There's a good chance you're going to be affected by these very natural things, but you don't have to succumb to them. Call NuMale at 505-652-1688 and take care of it. NuMale's right here in Albuquerque. They're convenient, and it works. That's the beauty of NuMale. Results are real. Call NuMale at 505-652-1688 or visit NuMale.com and feel better.
No one should read your personal message.
For your business or